Hey guys, I'm Nate, Aaron's brother. I'm really excited for the review that we get to do for you today because we're gonna double your pleasure and we're gonna double your fun.
Folks, we love the Guardian 3 and Guardian 4 from Bradford knives. We previously reviewed both these blades here at the channel. They're great utility knives. And today we have two new Bradford knives we're gonna be testing out together. We have the Guardian 5 and the Guardian 6 in CPM 3V steel. These suckers are a lot bigger, designed to be more of either heavy utility or some survival tasks. So we're gonna throw these suckers into the lineup, into the blade boot camp, really thrash on these guys, and we're going to see how these suckers perform out in the bush. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the review of the Guardian 5 and the Guardian 6 from Bradford Knives.
Okay guys, we're gonna go over some of the basic specs here for you on the Guardian 5. Overall length of the knife that you're gonna be looking at here is 9.75 inches. Overall blade length from scale to tip is gonna be 5.5 inches for you. Cutting edge that you're gonna get right down here on the knife, 4.8 inches. Your blade thickness, you're looking at 0.2 on the blade thickness there. The blade material, CPM 3V steel that you got rocking there. This is the DLC finish on that high saber grind there on the knife. Rockwell hardness 59 to 60. Handle length here on these G10 handles scales for you, 4.25. And the overall weight of the knife is going to come in at 8.6 ounces.
All right guys, now for the specs on the G6. What we're looking at here is an overall length from tip to the back of the handles of 11 inches. The blade length overall from the handles to the tip is 6.5 inches with an actual cutting edge of 5.8 inches. The thickness on the blade is 0.2, exactly the same. This is the Nimbus finish, very cool, kind of looks like a Nimbus cloud. CPM 3V steel, 59 to 60 Rockwell. The handle length back here is 4.5 inches, G10 handle scales, and this knife is going to weigh in at 9.4 ounces. So those are just a few of the basic specs on these two blades.
All right guys, just want to talk to you about the sheath here on the knives. They're exactly the same on the 5 and the 6. This is the 5 that I've been rocking. Kydex, phenomenal. It's really, really great. The blade sits in there really nice, really tight. Pops right out, clicks back in, stays in there really nice. It's not going anywhere. No rattle. Very, very nice on that sheath. You got attachment options on the back here. This is a Spyderco belt clip that's on there right now. You can use that. You can also do a blade tech lock, or you can just have nothing and just, you know, throw it in your pack, whatever you want to do. Completely up to you on those sheaths. Sheaths, guys, 5 out of 5. Amazing sheaths.
All right, guys, time to give you the value rating here on these two blades. And I got to tell you, when you start looking at USA-made CPM 3V steel knives of this level, the price point is awesome and the value is great. 5 out of 5 on the value, because this is what we're looking at. Now, if you go with the G5 and you go with a stonewash finish on it, you're looking at $230. And if you do a stonewash finish on the G6, you're looking at $250. Then if you want the coatings that we've kind of been talking about a little bit, depends on the coating, depends on what you want to do. If you want to do the G5 coated, you're looking at $250. And if you want to do the G6 coated, you're looking at $280. So depending on your options, lots of options to choose from with the blades on the handle scales, all sorts of different stuff. You can do carbon fiber, G10. Lots of options out there, guys, on these blades. But anywhere between the $230 to $250 on the G5 and the $250 to $280 on the G6 are great price points for what you're purchasing, the materials, the Kydex sheaths, the fit and finish. The value is absolutely there, 5 out of 5.
Hey guys, just want to talk to you about the quality rating here on our Guardian 5 and our Guardian 6. Quality on these blades, guys, is awesome. The finish on both of these blades is great. It's holding up, both blades holding up to a lot of abuse. All the stuff that we've put them through, the lots and lots of use that we've done on these finishes, they're holding up phenomenal. I mean, you can, there's nothing at all on them, you know, no wear, they're not coming off, nothing like that. Edge, fantastic. The edges are super sharp right out of the box. I actually nicked my finger going for the finger choil, I think on the 5 here when it got out of the box, brand new out of the box. Hardly even knew I had done it, and my finger was bleeding because the edge is so great on these. Handle scales are just so perfect, lined up beautifully, exactly what you want to see, right where they're supposed to be. You know, they're not, you know, coming up above the blade or too small, you know, not fitting with the blade, anything there. Great quality on both of these knives in every single aspect of them. 5 out of 5 for the quality scale, guys.
Real good lockup there with stabbing with these knives. Real good lockup. All right, so I want to take a break from the great outdoors here for just a second and chat with you about these designs, the Guardian designs and the 5 and 6 models, and what are these really good for? What are these designs really geared towards? Now, for me, they're a little bit too small. The 5 is a little bit too small, and the 6 is a little too slim and lightweight for me to be considered true survival knives. I would call these either hiker, backpacker knives or camp knives. I think that's really where they you know, stand out, or large tactical knives. If you are looking for those utility tactical blades and you know, want a larger, heavier, stouter knife that'll give you more reach than say the 3 or the 4, the Guardian 3 or 4, these two will absolutely offer that. And you know, are really does have that slim blade shape that really, you know, lends to penetration and stabbing capability. Yeah, because they're both under 10 ounces, the knives, they're just really lightweight, which is fine for backpacking. I think they'd be great for backpacking where you're carrying your stove, you're carrying your tents, you know, you don't have to build shelters and all those type of things. You don't need this big, huge honking knife. You want something that's lightweight but still has a lot of capabilities, again, or tactical, you know, or just, you know, heavy duty utility stuff. So that's really, or around your campsite, because that's really where we put it through a lot of its tasks was around our campsite. That's really where I see the Guardian 6 and the Guardian 5 really, their design shine, and really where these knives would fit into your category when you are picking out your blades.
All right, guys, so we're going to talk to you right now about the ergonomics of the handles here on the G5 and the G6. This is really where the rubber meets the road. I'm going to tell you what we really like about this handle here. We love the cutout and the shape of it. That dedicated finger choil right there is awesome. I wear large size gloves. I know, same as Aaron, what do you know? And here you go again, large size gloves. But just for those who are new, you haven't seen me before, large size gloves fits in the hand really, really nice. Really like that dedicated finger choil there. Gets you really close up on the blade, which is really, really good. I love that. This big bulge in the back really keeps your fingers in there when you're chopping, when you're really going at some wood, get some, you know, chopping on that branch, whatever it is that you're doing, that really keeps your hand locked in there, and that's really good. We really like the cutout, the shape here of the handles along the blade. Now, Aaron, what about the other part?
Okay, guys, this is the downside, is that now with the G3 and G4 that we've previously reviewed, those are more utility knives. So you're not going to be doing super ridiculously hard stuff with them for extended periods of time. You're busting them out, you know, to cut some cardboard, cut some rope, maybe do a little whittling, that's about it. But when we took these handle scales out and really, in these handles, you know, and the knives, and really got out there and began to use these knives in survival tasks, heavy chopping, batoning, and really hard where you got to grip that knife and really get some feather sticks, and you're going to go for maybe 5-10 minutes on a piece of wood to get some fine shaving done. That's where there became a lot of rough spots, hot spots on the knife and in the hand because of how these G10 squares have been bricked out. Really kind of thrash your hand a lot, regardless if you have gloves on or not. Gloves help, but even with gloves, these squares just really start to wear, and the handle is extremely blocky and almost has a 90-degree angle off the handle scale, guys. So when you start to really grip these knives really hard, and again, start chopping with them, and then you're feather sticking with them, it really starts to make the knife uncomfortable after about 10 minutes of use. I mean, it really almost unbearable, I'm sorry to say, which is really sad because we really like the utility of the G3 and 4, and we're hoping to see a little bit better performance. So right now, we're going to have to give this a 3 out of 5 on the ergonomic rating, really because of how blocky and rough the handle scales are on our hands. There's a caveat to that, though, that I'm really excited about. This fall, Bradford Knives is going to be releasing what's called G-Wood handles, and that you can buy knives with G-Wood handles, or you can just buy G-Wood handle scales, which is awesome, and they'll bolt straight on. They're going to be perfectly fit for the Guardian 4, 5, and 6. And what those are basically modified handle scales that are going to be a lot more rounded and a lot less texturing on them. So this is going to basically be a to-be-continued review. We're going to totally redo this review down the line when those get released. I'm already on the waiting list to get one, so as soon as they become available, I'll be getting one, bolting them on, and we're going to see how this blade performs with the new upgraded, more rounded and less tractioned handle scales. And I'm hoping that it's really going to bump up from maybe a 3 out of 5 to a 4 out of 5 or even 5 out of 5, depending on how the handles perform. Obviously, we'll have to see once they actually show up and are on one of these blades that we're going to test out. So as for the moment, to be continued, 3 out of 5 on the ergonomic rating for these blades.
All right, guys, it's time to wrap up our video here on the Guardian 5 and 6 and give you guys our likability scale on this knife. Unfortunately, likability scale for both Aaron and I is a 3 out of 5. And really, just like Aaron said about the handle scales, that's really all that it comes down to on this knife. Everything else about this knife is awesome. We love every single other part of this knife. Just comes down to those handle scales. That's the thing that drops it down to a 3 out of 5. So we're really, really hoping, both Aaron and I, that we're going to get those G-Wood handles out here. We're going to slap them on these knife. And we're really going to see a difference on that knife. But as it stands right now, so a to be continued, 3 out of 5 on that likability scale.
Well, Nate hit it on the head. Guys, really looking forward to basically doing a re-review for you as soon as those handle scales come out, so you can really see what the performance is with the new G-Wood. As always, check us out on all the relevant social media. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. And as always, remember to stay equipped,
Stay prepared,
and we'll see you out there.